Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Casey Derhak.
Hey Missy, how you doing? What's up, everybody?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot to talk to you about, but first I want to say, holy cow, you were born at an Air Force base. And when I read that in your bio, I was like, really? Were you a military child? When you just read that on your bio, there's like really no explanation, so I have to know. Were you a military brat?
Well, actually, no, I was not a military brat, but my father was in the Air Force, but he had already been out of the Air Force by the time I was born. But we still used those services, and so I was born on the Air Force Base in New Hampshire. So which is no longer exists. Actually, Pease Air Force Base is now the Red Hook Brewery in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So they have a beer truck where I was born.
Nice. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. I'm glad I asked because I thought, you know what, that's not something that you read every day about one of your artists being born at an Air Force base. So I was like, I have to know more. You have an interesting background too. Your dad is a novelist. He played guitar. What was that like for you growing up?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So I definitely believe that I got some of my writing skills from my father. He writes a lot of books now, and he's been out working actually with my uncle's band, who's in a big jam band called Mo, and so he kind of helped my dad out and use that platform to kind of push his book. So that was really cool. So when I was growing up, I was around my dad as a musician and my uncle as a musician, and he taught me some things on the guitar, and it was a lot of fun. It was good always having a guitar around the house and playing music, and definitely turned me into music.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. Now, I know that you dabbled in playing the piano a little bit and the saxophone. Was that like during elementary school or something?
Yeah. So when I was first in elementary school, I was trying to figure out what I loved music. So I used to go like in my basement with like buckets and cans and like hit them around and do melodies. I was thinking I want to be a drummer, and so I remember the first day of like band practice when you're like in second grade. They give you like a pad and they put you in the back, and I was like, oh man, this stinks. I don't want to be a drummer anymore. So then I took like the electric sax and I tried learning that. I learned that for a little bit, and then I went on to the piano. I learned that a little bit, but then I went to the guitar, and I really stayed with the guitar.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And I see so many musicians that can play so many instruments, and one of the ones who stands out to me is Lee Brice. That man plays everything, and so it's interesting that you started out with one and then the other, and then you're with guitar now. Are you open to learning other instruments and playing them on your music? On your recording?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I've done it where like I've played live shows where I've played a little bit of bass as well, but I mostly do guitar. But when I write, sometimes I really like writing with the piano, just because sometimes I can just come up with different melodies on the piano. I would definitely, obviously, the rest of my life I want to keep learning. Right now, my strongest one is obviously the guitars, but I play guitar and piano the most. But in a live show, you'll probably just play the guitar right now, only because every dude in Nashville is so good that my guys in my band just let them do what they're best at.
Right, absolutely. Now, is there? And I'm asking this. I know it's a random question, but I had just seen a thing on Facebook the other day where people were talking about all these other guitars, and then somebody chimed in. They were like, "I don't care what you say. The best ever is a Les Paul." I know nothing about guitars. I do not play guitars. I know they sound amazing, but do you have a preference? Is there, a specific brand that you just love that works better for you? I don't know, because I know nothing about them.
I play a Breedlove acoustic, which is similar to like a Taylor. Like a Taylor and a Martin are really good. I'm pretty sure the Breedlove was a guy who worked for Taylor, and then he branched off and he started doing his own thing. So it's pretty similar to a Taylor.
Oh, okay.
So I would play probably the Taylor and Martin or Breedlove. I really like those, but I play Breedlove. I have like a 1942 Epiphone Deluxe, and that's a really cool guitar. That's a hollow body, but that's more like a classic. It actually doesn't sound as good as my Breedlove, but it's pretty sweet on the eyes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And it's funny because like when you go to shows and, I cover shows all the time. Some artists they have like one or two that they just kind of switch between. And then other artists, I'm like, oh my gosh, they have like 50 guitars. There's like a new guitar for every single song that they're doing, and it blows my mind. And I'm just like, are they all just this great, or do they all have like different sounds? I mean, it's so funny to me because I know that as I get further into this and I cover more shows and I talk to more people, I'll probably like develop, my own opinions about which ones I like more or not or anything. But it's just, it's kind of trippy sometimes when you see just the differences between each artist, but it's great because it's also part of who you are, and you have a very unique sound, and I love your sound. And I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you kind of remind me of like the Dirty Heads, and I don't know if you know who they are. If not, look them up. But I mean, do you know who they are?
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard of them before for sure. Like I couldn't name a song right now, but I'm sure
right.
I would know who they are for sure.
Right, definitely. Okay, but before you dove headfirst into your music, you were also a baseball player, and you said that those are the only two things you wanted to do in life was play baseball and make music. And I know, from reading your bio that you chose, your music for a specific reason. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it was definitely a transition in my life. Yeah, really my whole life. I mean, I did like sports and music, and then I was born in New Hampshire, and we moved to Florida when I was a little kid, and we actually moved to Florida. And I think part of the reason is my parents wanted to get out of the cold, but then me and my brother could also play baseball year round.
Right.
And me and my brother started playing baseball year round. We got really good, and we got like college scholarships. And then my brother's still playing like pro ball. He's in Europe now.
Oh wow!
I came to like a crossroads where I was like, well, I could go and play some pro ball, or I don't know. I got back from college and I started playing music again with my buddy, and we started playing out at bars. And then I just never looked back. I just kept going. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I just feel like I had more control over my music than I had control over my baseball career.
Right. Now you mentioned that you had friends in the minor leagues. Now are any of them still playing pro baseball now?
Yeah, a handful of guys have been in and out, for sure. Some of them still are, some aren't, and I'm sure there's tons of guys that I've played against, growing up in Florida that are still there. I haven't really paid attention to guys' careers lately, though. I've just been so busy. I mean, definitely people I know for sure.
Absolutely. Well, of course you've been busy. You have a debut EP, Deep South Sweet Sound, which is amazing. And right now on your website, the full version of We Danced, you can listen to. But there's so many great songs. But I think my favorite on your EP is Up Air Fishing. I love the sound of it. I just love the style. I love everything about it. Did you write your songs on this EP? Did you write them all?
Yeah, I write all my own songs, and actually those ones that you heard, the Up Air Fishing and We Danced, are actually not on my upcoming EP. We have them up there, but the only song that I've released off of my EP so far is Backbeat, and we were saving the last 5. We're going to be releasing that whole EP here pretty soon. So I confusing. I shouldn't have those up, but those are older singles that I've released, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love those songs. Obviously, I wrote them, but I wrote everything.
Oh well, I feel really bad now, but I saw that on your website it says that the release date was actually today, and I was like, really? Wow. So I was really excited.
I apologize. I guess we must have messed that up.
No. It's all good. But those are amazing. Those are amazing, songs in the style and everything. I absolutely love it. And I wanted to know, like, what are your inspirations for, your songwriting? I mean, being that you are, the one who writes them all, are you pulling from your own stories and your own life, or are you, looking at friends and just situations, reality TV? I mean, is there anything specific that you pull from?
Yeah, absolutely. So usually when I write a song, I like to write like how I'm feeling. So like right now, overall in my life, I'm in a really good place. I'm really happy right now. Like everything feels really good. So I'm writing like a lot of these songs you'll hear on the upcoming EP, and even my single Backbeat, it's really happy, it's up tempo, it feels good. It feels good, and that's kind of what my music is right now. And that's, I always try to feel because I always try to write what I'm feeling at that moment, because you never know if you're going to feel that way again. So, like, you know,
right.
I've been in the past where I've had breakups with girlfriends, and then you're writing, like, the heartache songs, and hopefully I don't have to write any more heartache songs. I don't want to feel like that. But
right.
I try to keep it real like that. And then when I go into a write or a co-write with my writers that I like writing with, you know, sometimes it'll be someone else has a good idea or something they're feeling, and we kind of feed off it. And, so there's many different ways, but we kind of dive in that way.
Well, that's great. Now, I know some of your songs have been on the radio, and you've had songs recorded by other artists. The first time somebody cut one of your songs, what was that like for you?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, I want to do it all, because I'm writing for myself as well, but then I feel like a good songwriter, in my opinion, can really adapt and write any kind of song in any kind of genre. It shouldn't matter the genre. So I write with DJs in LA, I write with pop country artists, I write with pop people, I write, you know, rock and roll, all kinds of stuff. So I like it all. Like, I like rap music, I like everything.
Right.
So I just kind of draw from all of it.
And it's great because that all of your likes seem to come through in every one of your songs. You know, I mean, it's really fun. It's really great. I love the, you know, upbeat of it. I love the laid back of it. You know, it's really, you definitely are unique with your sound, but you're still familiar because there's so many different genres that you say, oh, he's this, oh, but he's that, and he's this too. You know, it's pretty great. I love it.
Yeah, I pull from a lot of different influences growing up, because I like all kinds of music. A good song to me is a good song. It really doesn't matter. I just kind of fall into the country format, and I love the reason I like the writing country probably the best is more like the stories. I think there's a little depth in the lyrics that you can do with country. And now, which is great, is you can, you know, it's a little more acceptable to throw in some like pop melodies, which I love those melodies on both. Some cool stories.
Absolutely. And, you know, there really is. I mean, I think Carrie Underwood, her new tour is the Storytellers, right? The Storyteller Tour.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it really does sum up country music. I mean, in country music, there are stories within these songs, and some of them, you know, the story continues in another song, which is so incredible. And it, you know, I remember Michael Jackson back in the day, you know, and he would do those little mini series videos and stuff, and they were great. And it was just, you know, so I love country music for that. I think the stories are amazing, and you tell them really well, which is amazing. And I mean, how has the support been for you from all of your family and friends?
Oh, family and friends is great. I mean, just crazy. It's been so good. Like, my home area down in Jupiter, Florida, we went and shot my music video for Backbeat, and Backbeat's, you know, we just released the music video last Tuesday, and I mean, just the amount of people from that area in Palm Beach County who shared it and liked it. I mean, we're just getting tons and tons of views and tons of love, and like all the, you know, we shot it at a bunch of cool different locations there, and everyone there pitched in, and so they're rooting for their hometown guy for sure. And my mom, my dad have been supporting me. My wife supports me. Like, we moved to Nashville here together, and she's been along for the ride the whole way, so it's great.
Oh, that's great. Well, kudos to her. Absolutely. And I saw something again on social media yesterday, and there's something Garth Brooks is doing. I don't know if you know about this yet, but if you're getting all the support from all of your fans, you may want to have your people in Florida help you out. But there's a thing that Garth Brooks is doing where he wants somebody to sing with him the Oasis song, Friends in Low Places, in Vegas. So, and he's asking fans to, submit the artist that they want to hear. So you might want to share that link with all of your people. I think it'd be
get on it.
Right. I think it would be great. I think you have an amazing sound. I think you would do really well, and I think it would be great to watch. I think it would be so much fun, and how exciting would that be for whoever it is that wins that? But I'm sort of pulling for you. So if you can get that link on your page, share it, and we'll be sure to share it for you too. So.
Yeah, that'd be awesome for sure. That's a good heads up. Thank you.
Right. No worries. Always looking out. That social media stuff can be really fun, and it can definitely waste your day away, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have spent countless hours when they should be doing other things. But, when you're doing research and trying to find, new and fun and exciting things, it can really come in handy. So, and I'm sure you have your social media and you have your fan followings and you connect with people, and it's easier for you to connect with fans that way. So we'll make sure that we give all of your fans and all of the Center Stage readers and fans links to all of that as well, because they definitely need to get to know you if they don't know you already.
Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. Your sound really is incredible. And what do you have coming up in 2016?
So pretty much this year should be pretty exciting. I got a lot of cool stuff. I should be. I'm definitely. I can't name them right now just because I don't know, because they're not released. But I'm getting some cuts as a writer. I'm getting some cuts on a writer as a writer on some cool projects. I'm getting some cuts on some pop stuff and some cuts on on some other country stuff as a writer. But me as an artist, it'd be great. I'm going to start playing a lot of different colleges, and so I toured in the fall, playing a lot of different South SEC schools, and I'll probably do a lot of that here coming up. And we just released Backbeat, and that song should be hitting some radios around the country, and the whole team is around it, and we're going to be pushing hard with that, growing the fan base. My social media is really going bananas right now since we released this new stuff. So we're gonna be hitting it hard. I'm gonna be out there and playing and going, hopefully, to cities to see all of your wonderful listeners.
Absolutely. Well, and you know what? 2016 already seems like such a successful year for so many, and it seems like it's been a really great creative year so far. So I definitely wish the best for you. Now, did you participate in CRS at all?
I did not do much for CRS, this week. That's I didn't do too much around here for that. Sometimes when you're on the road playing stuff, when you're here, you don't want to go do all the action. That's kind of where I was at. Right.
Well, there's so many things that take place with country music. I mean, there are so many more events, I think, for country music than there are for other genres, really. To me, there just seems to be a lot more festivals, bigger festivals, and all of these special promotion things that they do, and it's incredible. So, I mean, definitely, I think you're in the right place. I think you have an amazing, gift, and you're doing all the right things, and I can't wait to watch and see where it takes you, because you definitely have what it takes to move mountains in this industry, and I think you're definitely on your way to doing that, and I'm just excited to watch.
I really appreciate those words. I mean, I've been working really hard since I've been here, so it's been a long haul. I think my favorite quote I've ever heard is from, I think Zach Brown said it. He said, "It took me 16 years to become an overnight success." So,
right? Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty much, I've been grinding for a while, so it's working my way up. It takes some time to get through Nashville, so it's got to be though.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. And man, nothing but the best. And when you do have those announcements that you're allowed to make, let us know and we'll promote it for you.
I will.
Absolutely, because we need to make sure we're keeping everybody up to date. So, and for now, they can follow you on all your social media. You have your website, CaseyDerhakmusic.com. So we'll make sure everybody gets to follow you there, and they can download your music and all of that stuff. They can buy it right from your website, right?
You go. You can skip the website and just go right to iTunes or anywhere you can buy music online. Yep. Just look me up, and I'll have songs everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you can buy it.
Good job. All right. Well, thanks for making it easy for us. So that's awesome. All right. Well, you take care. Have a good rest of your night, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. We wish you nothing but the best.
Awesome. You have a great night. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks.